I loved your book.
Sorry?
You're James Foster. I loved your book. Sorry, is that good? I don't mean
no.
to put you on the spot.
No, thank you. Thank you. It's just, not a lot of people read my book.
I'm Gabby Bauer.
Well, I'm James Foster.
You're listening to Scotty and Andrew, and this is Fun with Horror.
Hello, everybody. I'm Scotty.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome to episode number 83 of Fun with Horror, your movie review podcast in which we take turns giving each other movies to watch, and then we discuss them the following week.
We have two episodes. That's not right. We have two rules here. Have fun with horror. That's morning. We have two rules. Rule number one, whoever picks the next movie has to pick one they've never seen. Rule number two, we both have to watch it.
That's right. And last episode was my pick, and I chose Brandon Cronenberg. I almost said David. I do it all the time. Brandon Cronenberg's Infinity Pool, starring Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth.
And of course, stay tuned to the episode where you get to hear what I choose for our next movie.
The end of the episode.
Did I say that?
You said stay tuned to the episode.
Oh, yeah. The end of the episode.
Boy, we're firing on all cylinders today.
This intro is going to be fun.
It's fun rolling off the cliff like an infinity pool. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Because I think I know the answer. You haven't seen any of Brandon Cronenberg's other movies, right? Antiviral or Possessor?
I have not. No. Have you?
Neither have I.
Ooh, okay.
So this is our very first. Yeah, this is our first Brandon Cronenberg movie, both of us.
Yeah, dude.
So
we have much to talk about, too.
We do have much to talk about. But first, why don't you give us a little spoiler warning?
I will. So if you have not seen Infinity Pool and you're okay with spoilers, stick around, take a listen, totally fine. But if you don't like spoilers and you've not seen this movie, stop it right now, go watch Infinity Pool, and then come back and join us for the rest of the episode. And then, of course, my friend, this one will be interesting because we get our 3-minute recap, and I'm wondering, are you prepared for this 3-minute recap, dude?
You know, I'm not. I didn't practice.
Fair enough.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, you have Enzo right next to me also helping if you can hear him. So,
well, I'm gonna need him. He's gonna have to learn to start talking right now.
All right, I'll teach him.
Teach him Alexander Skarsgård.
Can you say Alexander Skarsgård?
Can you say Mia Goth?
That was me.
Can you say, "Come out, James"? Spoilers. Sorry, spoilers.
I think you're good there.
Okay. All right. So,
all right.
You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it, man. Let's have that 3-minute recap.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
So, Infinity Pool is about a couple, James and M, who are at this fictional private resort called La Colca in a fictional country called Litolka. Mm-hmm. And James is there because he is a author, he's a writer, and he's having writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon, they meet another couple, Gabby and Albin. And they go to dinner, and then the next day they go to a beach in which James, as he steps away to urinate, has Gabby come up behind him and masturbate him. And so the things start to get interesting. As they're driving back, they're all kind of drunk and they're not supposed to be outside the resort. James hits a man, a farmer, and kills him. Gabby and Albin are like, don't. So they go back to the resort. The next morning, cops show up. They take them in. And this is where we find out the big MacGuffin of the movie. They tell James that because he murdered a man, his punishment is execution by the hands of the eldest son of the man. But here's the kicker. They also have a rule for foreigners visiting their country. In that they create a body double, a clone with memories and all of the person, so that they get to watch, James gets to watch the son murder his body double, basically.
Yeah.
After this happens, M is freaked out. James is kind of, I don't know what James is. He's kind of fascinated by it. M wants to go home. James ends up going down this roller coaster ride with Gabby and Albin and all these other people who know the whole thing, the whole thing about this country, that you can basically do whatever you want as long as you have the money to pay the police force to make body doubles and execute the body doubles instead of you. So this goes on for a while. M leaves the country. James is there, and James goes down this rabbit hole of this hallucinogenic drug, and before you know it, things have gone too far for James. They go to get the police lieutenant who sentenced James in the first place, and they put a bag over the guy's head. James beats the guy up in a drug-fueled rage, and then they take the hood off, and guess what? It's a body double of James. James tries to go home at this point. He's basically taken out of the bus by all the rich people, and then he ends up at the farm of the family of the man he killed in the first place, right? And then he sleeps, he has a bad dream, he wakes up and he comes outside, all these headlights come on, and there's the rich people. They bring out a dog who is actually the body double of James, and they say, kill the dog. The dog eventually, James, body double James, attacks James. James beats the dog to death. So then James, everything's over. The resort is closing. Everybody's going home, getting on their planes and leaving. And James, instead of getting on his plane like he's supposed to, he stays behind. And the last image we see is of James sitting outside the closed down resort in the pouring rain, just sitting there, not leaving the country. The end, I guess.
Good job, man. That one's that
was a 4-minute recap.
That's all right. You know what? You're fine. I didn't hire an assassin to kill you for anything more than 3. So it was a good week to do 4 minutes. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, man. I kind of got stuck in the weeds there. I was like, wow, how do I? But 4 minutes is okay, I guess.
Oh yeah. To explain this movie, I think you could have had 10.
Yeah.
Okay, after getting that beautiful recap, by the way, thank you. What did you think of Infinity Pool?
Well, I'm very curious as to what you and I what our opinions of this movie are going to be.
Right.
I thought Infinity Pool was okay.
Okay.
I thought it was good. It wasn't fantastic. Basically, the thing that hit me is that I liked parts of the movie and moments in the movie more than I liked the movie as a whole.
Okay.
What about you, buddy? What'd you think?
I actually really liked it.
You liked it a lot.
Good time with this one. Yeah. I thought it was just kind of an interesting, definitely different movie than I've seen in a while, and I dug it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. You thought it was a lot of fun.
Well, maybe that's not the right word. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed watching it. I thought it was, like I said, a unique and interesting story. And it kept me interested. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm really glad. I thought I don't know, man. I thought that you were not going to like it.
No, I did. I did
Okay.
like it. Yeah.
And let's start off by letting everybody know that we did not see the uncut version.
Correct. Correct.
We saw the rated R version. So
Mhm.
neither of us, I mentioned this at the end of our last episode. I bought the movie
Mhm.
on iTunes, like I do.
Mhm.
And not 2 days after I purchased it, Neon Video, the distributor of this movie, says, hey, the uncut version is rentable on our website for $10. And yeah, I decided not to spend the extra money. It's probably the uncut version is probably gonna end up on Apple.
You're right. I would
Like
think.
they'll probably add it to mine that I already have.
Yeah.
So but yeah, let's get into this a little bit.
Yeah, buddy.
Because yeah, I'm interested to hear. So let me just say first before we get into it,
Mhm.
the interesting thing about this movie
Right.
is what spawned this movie in Brandon Cronenberg's mind.
Okay.
Basically, he went on a vacation. It
Okay.
was an all-inclusive resort
Uh-huh.
in a country, and he went here and they brought them in the middle of the night under cover of darkness.
Whoa.
The whole compound, the whole resort was fenced in, like barbed wire fencing, just like in the movie. And
Whoa.
it was like that's where you spent the entire week. You did not go outside, you spent it on this big, huge resort.
Wow. Okay.
And then when the resort is when the week is over,
Uh-huh.
they were bussed out in the middle of the day and they saw that yes, this was a poverty-stricken country.
Okay.
And
Wow.
it was like this surreal feeling for Brandon
Mhm.
Cronenberg because he felt like even though he'd been in this foreign country
Mhm.
for a week, he hadn't really seen the country.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
All he'd seen was this fake resort, like this
Hmm.
fake version of whatever. And
Right.
after I heard that, that made a lot of sense with this movie.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh man. Interesting. I'm very curious what country he went to.
I forget. I'm not sure if he even said. I
That's what
don't
I'm
think he
wondering if
said. I think I
yeah.
I think I went back and listened to it and he did
Mhm.
not say what country it was.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And that was actually I liked that about this movie was I feel like more movies should do this is just make up a country, make up like a and it's safer that way so you don't really like offend anyone, like everyone I feel like every American movie it's like the bad guys are Russia. Like pretty much every 80s movie anyway, it's like Russia. It's always Russia, which I get, I guess the war at the time, but anyway.
Well, no, I mean it's a good point. I'm not sure I felt the same way you did though.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Um, I feel like that almost gave me a somewhat of a disconnect
Oh, okay. Okay.
from the movie because it was a completely fake and also very strangely named place, Lakoka. There was like no
Yeah.
vowels. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still thinking about this movie in a way
Mhm.
and figuring out if that's what turned me off of the movie a little bit.
Okay. All right.
But I'm glad you liked it. It's kind of like Top Gun Maverick. Have you seen Top Gun Maverick?
I still haven't, and I know it's great. Everyone
Yeah,
does,
but I
so.
mean, this is not spoilers, but
Sure.
the enemy in that movie is an unnamed country.
Okay. All right.
They don't ever say who it is. It's just the enemy,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So they
Smart.
kind of did the same thing in this movie a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I just thought it's an interesting take, and I was like, hey, that's kind of a safe way to get around,
Yeah.
ticking people off. So yeah, I liked it.
Is there anything that you wrote down or anything you didn't like in this movie? Any criticisms?
In all honesty, like to each their own, but like the orgy scene, I was like, this is too long, dude. Like this is taking way too long. I was not into it. I was like, let's move on with this.
It was kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah, it just was, and yeah.
I mean,
don't
I
even
like
know
weird.
how long it was. Yeah. I usually do, but I was like, okay, like move on. This is taking way too long.
But then it ended with the extendable nipple thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Which I did read. So I read the unrated or the uncut version, like what was different. And one of them was it was even longer. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple things. There was that. I when she, milks him behind the tree. I guess that's you see more.
Yeah, more graphic.
Yeah, it's more graphic. What was the other one? I want to say it was I think it was like three things. I should have written them down. I did not.
It's okay.
But I think it was all nudity sex stuff. So I think. Yeah.
I think after I give it some time, I'll watch the uncut version just to see. But I've heard that just kind of like Megan in a way, it doesn't really change the movie at all. It's just some added stuff that they couldn't put in that they needed to take out for our rating.
Right. Makes sense.
So that they could actually advertise and distribute the movie and everything, play it in theaters.
Other than that, though, I didn't have really any dislikes. What about, so what are yours? Because I know you have some. I'm curious.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I think, I wrote some stuff down, and one thing that I think, and I know this was part of the whole idea of the movie. I'm not a big fan of rich people getting away with anything they want to.
Totally fair. Yep.
In real life.
Right.
So to have a whole movie based around it and there's no repercussions for them whatsoever.
Agreed. Yeah.
Especially at the end. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be part of the movie. It's the point of the movie. One of the 2 points, and I'll talk about that in a second too.
Okay.
But yeah, it just kind of turned me off, I'm watching these rich people just do whatever they want. And then I'm gonna get deep here, buddy.
Please. Yes, dude.
It made me uncomfortable in a way that I'm not sure I like yet.
Okay. All right.
Movies, I like when movies make me uncomfortable. But this one was a little more personal.
Oh, okay.
So let me tell you a little bit about myself, my friend.
Well, yay. Yes. Oh, I love my Scotty history.
Stop. When I was young, I had a thing in school where I wanted to be noticed. I was at one point a big loner. I was not one of the nerds. I was not one of the popular people. I was a loner. I was walking the hallways by myself. And in my mind, I always made a note that nobody said hi to me. I said hi to them. This was probably 8th grade.
Okay.
And then for whatever reason in my young teenage years, this was a big deal to me. And then I got to high school and I started acting in Florida, where I was from. And I was doing very well. And people started to say hi to me. And I would start to notice that, oh my gosh, people are saying hi to me first before I say hi to them. That was a big deal to me.
Yeah.
And I realized much later in life that I still carry that with me. I still carry that fear. I hate to say FOMO because it's different than FOMO.
Right.
It's not really a fear of missing out. It's a little bit of a fear of feeling left out.
I get you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's it's like when your friends do something, even if I know that I would not be able to go to this function.
Right.
The fact that I didn't get invited in the first place is kind of
that makes sense though. I feel like that's a normal response for sure.
Yeah,
like a natural. Is. Yeah.
But there's times I know that I shouldn't feel that way, and I do. And so getting back to the movie, this whole movie is about a guy who's on the outside of these people. He is rich because of his wife.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
successful. He's not rich. His wife is rich.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, he's in this quote unquote club of rich people, and he's
Right.
doing what they're doing. And then when it turns out at the end that they were just using him,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that kind of, I guess, triggered me a little bit.
Okay.
It hit a trigger inside me. And yeah, the way Gabby treats him at the
Mhm.
end bothered me a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
But then there's the other half of this movie. And that's the half that I do enjoy. And the one I wanted to talk to you more about is James's story.
Right. Right.
Because that's part of the story is the rich people getting away with whatever they want on this island because
Right.
they can just have their body doubles executed.
Right.
And we'll get into those scenes too, because those were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But there's also, so there's the story of a guy killing his past self, wanting to break out of the shell that he's in.
Right.
You know, it ends up being symbolized at the end when I think when they bring in the dog, quote unquote,
Right.
James on his hands and knees,
Mm-hmm.
and he kills himself. He kills James. Our James kills the body double James,
Right.
the dog.
Right.
And at that point, he destroys his past self with his bare hands, even.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So, what did you think about that? Did you think anything about that, or?
I wasn't sure. I guess no. Now that I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I think to me, I was just like, oh yeah, he's killing his naked self. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, do
Like,
it.
yeah, cool. No.
Those are great special effects.
Yeah, get him. No, I don't know if I didn't dive deep into that, but after hearing you say that, I'm like, yeah, that all makes complete sense. Like it totally does, but to me, yeah, I just was not even, it didn't even trigger, or like I didn't even process what was happening, I guess.
So, are you the wrong person to ask why James was sitting at the resort at the end?
Yeah, probably, because I did sit there and I almost thought it was him, like, maybe I thought the opposite. I don't know, where it was like, now what? I mean, how do I go back at this point? Because he's different than that group. Like at the end, after they've done all these horrible things, the rich people, when they're on the bus together and they're just like, oh, I gotta go do these errands when I get home and I have to do, and it's like, whatever. But he's sitting there like, this was the most insane time of my life.
Yeah.
In a not great way. And so I almost thought like that he was still not like them, I guess, because at the end when he just goes back, I figured that was him just saying like, I can't go back. I mean, I've gone too far. I don't know. I'm not like them. This is too much for me, and I can't go back to like normal society anymore. But I don't know.
No, that's good, because that's the one part that I went back and forth on thinking about. Like, why did he stay there? You know, is it he supposedly let go of his past self, but he's both there.
Right.
He doesn't want to go back home to M. In fact, he just got off the phone with M saying, I'll be back by tonight.
Right. Yep.
You assume it's him, but
yeah.
Yeah, and then he doesn't. And it's such a depressing scene in a way. Like that whole segment was kind of just melancholy to me.
Yeah.
Because
for sure. It's not a happy ending.
He's still not, and he's still not part of them.
Right.
Like on the bus ride back, they're just talking about, oh, so are you going to go right back to work when you get back?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It doesn't even faze them what they did.
Yeah. So
and
bad,
then,
dude.
But he's sitting in the back of the bus, like, kind of, it's interesting. He's behind them, apart from them, but he's also above them.
That's true. That's a good
I don't
point.
know if that's symbolic, but it might be. Who knows? He is still, maybe because he's not exactly like them, he's a little bit better than them. I don't know.
I get that. I like that.
But then, yeah, when they get to the airport and it's just like, Well, it was nice meeting you, James.
Right.
And then, of course, man, when he's just sitting in the airport with all the people that did not go through what he went through,
Yeah. Yep.
it's just, yeah, it was depressing. And I could see
Yeah.
him feeling depressed about that
Oh, for sure.
and not
Oh,
wanting
yeah.
to be part of this. He was somewhere in between. He was in between the rich people and the life he used to live.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, dude. Definitely, yeah, not a happy ending. Really, now that I really think about it, I mean, it's just not, it does not end well. I mean, it ends well, but it does not
Yeah.
end happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now I'm depressed.
Right. Let's hope for a sequel.
Yeah. Infinity Pool and beyond.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pixar got the rights to Infinity Pool.
Pixar's to Infinity Pool and beyond. Oh man, the
All just
crossover we
Toy
never
Story
asked for.
There's more than one toy of me.
Sid's back.
So, yeah, that could be a pretty sweet movie.
Oh man. All right, so let's get into the happy stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what'd you think about the body double stuff? What did you like about this movie? Tell me the stuff you liked.
Well, I kind of liked the atmosphere of it. I don't know if that's the right word, but like just kind of the style, I guess, of everything, like the masks, how creepy and eerie they were. Like I was like, this is cool, man.
I have a theory about the masks.
Ooh, okay.
When James does the process of having himself
Mhm.
cloned,
Yep.
I forget if it was the police guy or if it was M who said, oh yeah, I think it was the police guy who said that the first double came out good
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
that sometimes they have to do it over and over again or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made me wonder if the masks were actually failed clones.
That's good.
They never say whether they are or not, but I was like, I bet you these are the failed clones and they made
Right.
masks out of those faces.
Dude, that's creepy. I love that.
It's a thought.
Yikes. It is a thought. I kind of love that. Yeah, that's horrifying. That makes us way scarier.
Yeah, right?
Oh man. Yeah, but I loved them. I mean, those masks look great. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know this was another movie. I didn't watch the trailer, so I really didn't. No, that's not true. I saw like the maybe like the teaser or just like if you're scrolling through Facebook, you just see like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I saw the mask and I was like, holy crap, what is that? That looks insane.
There's basically three things that it was almost impossible not to see. And one was when they're in the car and Gabby wearing her mask turns and looks at James in his mask.
Yep.
That shot is a popular shot. The
Mhm.
shot of her at the end yelling with the gun in her hand.
Yep.
That's a famous shot now.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the poster of James with the red thing around him.
Yep.
Like I wish that's another thing. I think that's another small disconnect with this movie.
Mm-hmm.
When it came to creating the body double,
Yeah.
Brandon decided to go into a more psychedelic type of way of portraying it instead of scientific. And I think that was on purpose, but I would have rather like some kind of scientific process be shown.
That's fair. Yeah, I guess that didn't bother me. I just was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like when the clone comes out, I was like, oh, cool. Hey.
So what was, I'm going to guess,
Okay.
your favorite scene in the movie?
Oh, man.
Or let me put it this way, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
What did you think? The scene that I thought was awesome and just utterly crazy was after they go to the guy's house, I think it is.
Yep. Oh, yes.
And they end up in the police station.
Yeah.
And then you think that it's them.
Right.
The police sergeant's like, we're going to make a statement.
Right.
And then they're all sitting up in the stands watching themselves get executed.
Yep. I liked that.
That was crazy.
That was good. I figured when because yeah, you definitely think it's them at first because of the way they're acting, but then right when he says we're gonna make a statement, I think I was like, okay, we're halfway through the movie. That's the clones. And then they walk out and we see them because I was like, we can't. They're not gonna die. We got.
I didn't think that.
Oh, right on.
I am such a dense person.
You are not. No, I think you were just into the movie. I think I just was sometimes.
I mean, I didn't think they were going to die, but I thought something else was going to happen. Like
No,
I thought maybe they were scaring them or something, and then they actually sliced James's throat.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then, hey, they're all clapping. And then I'm like, oh, these people.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was a great moment. And it was kind of maybe for you, maybe not, but just seeing the, like we said, seeing the kind of those rich jerks sort of get it, even though it's the clones, but just seeing that moment of them in fear, it's kind of like, oh, okay, good.
Yeah. But again, guess who gets it first?
Right. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah. Poor James. Jamesy.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What did you think of Mia Goth in this movie?
I love Mia Goth. I mean, honestly, she is really, since watching X, I think she's wonderful. And I love that she's kind of I don't know. I just like seeing her. I'm glad that she's being put in all these kind of horror movies because she's great in them. So I'm happy.
And I still haven't done it, but again, this makes me, like Pearl, want to go back and watch movies she was in before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And I think she plays that character well. Like she can play something in Pearl where you kind of have that sympathy for her, but then she can also play this horrifyingly evil, which, I won't spoil anything from the other one, but this one where she's just horrifying and just cruel, and I don't know, she's great. I really like Mia Goth.
I think she was definitely more sensual in this movie.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
But then she goes off the rails at the end, and it's interesting how she seems to be the ringleader of that whole group of rich people. I will say, but I think it's her character, not her.
Right.
Man, her character did start to grate on me for a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
It's also interesting, and this is about Mia, and this is not a criticism against her, but it was interesting when she gets loud because her voice is so quiet. If you listen to her in interviews, she's got such a soft voice. So which makes her acting even more incredible to me.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong, she's English. She's got an accent, right? Yeah.
She's
which she hides
I believe
very
she's
well.
British. Yeah, she does.
I love her.
And then you have Alexander Skarsgård.
Dude, I feel like that whole family is just incredible. Like, good for them.
So he got the script to this. Well, both of them. Mia got her script when she was doing Pearl, I believe.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And he got his while he was on The Northman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is an incredibly opposite role from The Northman. And he said in an interview that that's one thing that attracted him to the role as an actor, that it was just so diametrically different from his character in The Northman.
Yeah. I haven't seen The Northman, but I've seen trailers and I know just from what I've seen, very different. Yeah. Very different character. Yeah.
But man,
actually, Oh, no, I was just going to say, I actually had to look it up on his IMDb page because I was like, I know it's a Skarsgård in The Northman, but I don't think that's him just because of how different the characters are. And then when I saw it, I was like, wow. Okay. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I love the family. Obviously, I love his brother, Pennywise.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Come on. I need to see them in a movie together, though.
That'd be fun. And
they may have been in one. I need to look this up. But I need to see them in a movie together. I tell you, the part where he beats himself up.
Oof, dude.
Man, right before that, there's like when he breathes in that drug, which is called the Eckie Gate. That's what the drug is called.
Right on, yeah.
When he breathes it in and he's like going around the room acting like he's super strong and making
Oh
like
yeah.
going like
Mm-hmm.
like I was just like, man, dude. That's like just going for it.
Right. Oh yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
That
was
scene was
great.
crazy. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also Cleopatra Coleman was great as M.
Oh, so I loved her. She's on a show called
Oh.
Last Man on Earth with Will Forte. Very funny show.
Okay.
You know, but she's one of the main people. So when I saw her, I was like, yeah, Cleopatra, I love her. So I was happy to see her because I think she's great.
Yeah, and she was heartbreakingly good in this.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely sympathize with her in this movie for sure.
Absolutely. Did this movie remind you of another movie we've talked about at all?
Oh.
In a way, at all? Speak No Evil? Did you think of Speak No Evil at all when you watched this?
I don't know if I did. Maybe the bleakness now that I think about it, but I don't know. I don't know if it connected. How did it
Well,
connect for you?
to me, it was the bleakness. It was the
Uh-huh.
music, which I'm going to talk about in a second.
Okay, yeah.
But then also the just kind of it obviously did not have the same storyline, but there was also the couple that are
Mhm.
just on vacation that are befriended by this other couple who
Good
have
point.
ulterior motives in mind.
Very good point. Yep, good connection.
But then also, yeah, the score. What did you think of the music?
I feel like it was probably good. I'm kind of drawing a blank though, to be honest. So I'm sure it was good.
It's okay. That's okay.
But I'm
if it didn't
totally
stand
not.
out to you, then that's valid.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was another somewhat moody score, like
Mhm.
droning, but I'll tell you, the artist, Tim Hecker, is
Mhm.
somebody who I'm a fan of away from movie scores. He
Oh,
does instrumental, experimental type music,
okay. Okay.
and there's something about it that really hits me when I listen to his music.
Cool.
So when I saw that he did the score to this, I was very interested, and
Nice.
it was very good. But part of that was it had that droning otherworldliness
Mhm.
that added a sense of dread to scenes that might have been otherwise not so dreadful.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure.
Like, yeah, like when they drive out to go to the beach,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some
Yes.
score there, and it's
Yep.
like, they're supposed to be having a nice day out, but the music makes you feel otherwise.
Right. You're right. No, I do remember that. You are absolutely right. There was nothing happy about that drive. Or it didn't seem happy. Yeah, it definitely gave you some foreboding
Yeah.
yeah, feelings.
Here's something else I wanted to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Parallel between James killing himself as the dog
Uh-huh.
and the kid killing the body double James at the beginning. Because so let's break this apart a little bit, because
Okay.
I still haven't totally grasped what it might mean.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can help me here.
Okay.
When James and M are watching the body double James get executed, the kid, the son of the farmer he killed, comes in and starts stabbing James to death.
Right.
Lots of blood. And
Yeah.
when the kid backs away, his hand is coated in blood.
Right. Yep.
Now, I noticed at the end when James beats the dog to death.
Right.
And again, just if somebody hasn't seen this movie, no actual
Right.
dogs
No.
die in this movie.
It's him. It's a human clone.
Yeah. And I haven't, it's funny, I have not gone to doesthedogdie.com to see if they mention, just to see if there's a little joke in there. But anyway, after he beats himself in the head. He throws away the knife, actually.
Yeah,
But then
yeah,
he
you're
beats
right.
himself. He beats the dog James in the head so much that it kills him. And then his hand is coated in blood.
Mm-hmm.
The same as the kid's was. So
Hmm.
I felt like there was a purposeful parallel between the kid killing one body double James and James killing another body double James.
Right. Maybe
Because also when James is watching the kid kill the body double, he's fascinated. He almost smiles a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
So it's almost like he wants to see part of himself die.
That's a good point.
A part of himself that he loathes.
Yeah. Oh, I like that, man. Dang. Gosh,
And then
you're
he
smart.
gets to be the person at the end who does that as well.
Wow.
Who kills another part of himself that he hates.
And maybe at that point, like, I don't know, like at the beginning, maybe it's the part that he likes seeing killed was like that, the guy that's kind of failed or whatever. And then at the end, maybe it's the new version of him that's become this monster that he likes to kill. So
that's trying too hard to fit in with these people.
Right.
Ooh, that's good.
Nice, man. Look at that.
See what happens when we put our heads together.
When is our script writing happening?
It's never.
Okay.
We just make other scripts better.
Next, Citizen Kane, you're up.
But then, okay, so here's the last thing I wanted to mention. So after he does beat himself, we have the very interesting moment where Mia Goth comes and she holds him.
Yeah.
And then she pulls her boob out and he sucks on her. Oh, she pulls her boob out.
Yeah.
But then when she gets it ready for him with her bloody hand, now she's got a bloody boob and James sucks on that. Like a kid sucking on his mom's boobie.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So does that represent
he still needs
like
to be
rebirth?
Mothered? Ooh, a rebirth.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Maybe because
no, that's better than mine. I thought maybe he still needs to be mothered, but no, rebirth, buddy.
All right.
Wow, look at you.
I
like it.
No, it's us, buddy.
It is us.
You set that up. I was there for you.
You got anything else, buddy?
Looking through.
I mean, there's some other things. There's the whole like the falseness of the resort that they're at, as evidenced by going into town to the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And then where they're walking through, they see the Bollywood dancing stage.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
It's like a resort in this other country that seems to be fascinated and obsessed with cultures from other countries.
Yeah, you're right.
Which, again, bringing it back to the beginning of our conversation, makes sense when you know where the idea came from with Brandon Cronenberg visiting a resort and feeling like he never actually saw the country he was actually in.
Well, and that makes sense for James too, trying to be someone that he's not. This country's trying to be other countries that it's not.
Yeah. And he's trying to get inspiration from this place that is fake and false.
Right. Oh man, look at that!
Oh,
mama,
we need to end this thing quick.
Yes, we're ahead.
Are you ready to do 3 questions?
Let's do it.
Who would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions 3.
Okay. No, you gotta ask me.
I gotta ask you, buddy. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thank you. I might know this one, but what was the best death/kill in this movie? I might not. I'm curious.
I kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
But it was the switcheroo scene where they all get their throats slashed, and it was just to me, it surprised me. I didn't see it coming, but also it was very disturbing to me.
Right.
Probably more so than the other ones.
They're
all really good deaths in this movie.
They really are. Yep.
What about you?
Same. No,
Okay.
I thought it was a great scene. Like I said, I kind of had it figured out, but it was still fun to see.
Yeah.
Kind of the whole group.
I mean, the first James body double death is amazing,
Yes.
very visceral. And then James beating up himself, the James dog,
That's
is
bloody. Oof.
yeah, that was
Yeah. His
crazy
skull
too.
like is crushed in. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Oh,
Like
and
a
also
lot.
the farmer, like that was disturbing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jeez. I know.
So, and that's okay. Going sidebar again,
Uh-huh.
going back to Cleopatra Coleman as M.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's my favorite moment of hers because she really sells the shock of just being in this foreign country and having just hit somebody with your car.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Everybody is acting a certain way, and James is in shock, but she is just terrified. And you
Yep.
can see it.
Yep. I agree. All right, buddy. Question 2. Was this movie scary?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think this movie was dark,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and a little bit dreadful, but I
Yes.
don't think it was scary. No.
Yeah.
Did you
I
think
agree.
it was scary? Okay.
I didn't. No. I was more kind of fascinated by it than scared by it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would not call it scary for me.
Okay.
Did you have fun though with horror with this movie?
See, now I thought it was an interesting movie,
Mhm.
and I think maybe I appreciate it even more. But here's the thing,
Mhm.
buddy.
Lay it on
I
me.
did my second watch, and getting to watch it a second time,
Mm-hmm.
especially the beginning, is kind of a slog for me.
Huh. Okay. I could see that after because I didn't watch it twice, but I can definitely see that the intro would be slower after seeing what happens.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
Yep.
it's an interesting thing that I've noticed when we do our podcast is how much I'm looking forward to watching it the second time when I take notes, and
Right.
how easy it is to watch it the second time. And this movie, it was a little more work than it was
Mhm.
fun.
Fair. Fair.
So, yeah, I don't know if I would call this movie fun. I don't
Yeah,
think I had
right.
fun watching it. What about you?
I mean, yeah, I would say it's not like a happy, fun, exciting movie, but it was very entertaining, and I really did enjoy kind of a new something different. It was totally different than what I was one expecting, but two that I've seen before. I guess I just liked
Yeah.
this idea, and yeah, I thought it was very interesting. So I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed it, but again, I don't know. It's not like a happy movie. You're not gonna leave the theater or your house going like, wow, good. I feel good. I feel really good today.
Yeah, no.
It's not gonna
And
happen.
you said at the beginning of the podcast, which really surprised me, that, you had fun watching it. So,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting movie because I don't know about his other movies yet, but
Mhm.
Brandon definitely tried to do the thing his father was great at, which was kind of juxtapose sex and horror
Mhm. Mhm.
against each other. And I don't know, while I do see signs of greatness in his works, like
Right.
with this movie at least, I don't think he's nailed that just yet.
Fair. Well, and yeah, and this is his what, third movie, right?
Yeah,
Or
third feature length movie. Yeah.
right. So I mean, yeah, it'll be it's going to be interesting to see his career, the next few movies, to see what he's
Yeah,
learned and grown
absolutely.
from. So yeah, I'm very curious. I'm actually very curious about his other two movies too. So
Yeah, me too. I've been actually curious about Possessor for a long time and
nice.
meant to watch it before now, but now this is like, maybe I'll watch it soon. Who
Right.
knows? Who
Good.
knows?
Who knows?
First day is always difficult. It's like a new skin working itself into place. And in your case, I can see something special happening.
I have this pressure in my head.
We're past. James. Will you trust me tonight?
Okay, Andrew. Well, that brings us to our final segment, our final moment of the show,
Whoop whoop.
but an exciting one.
Yes.
As always, let us know what we're watching next, buddy.
So gather up your credit cards and $100 bills because we're gonna cocaine bear this place.
Funny enough, I did not know where you were going with that right away. It's like, wait, what?
Sorry, yeah, that was a weird segue. Anyway,
No,
yeah,
that
we're
was
gonna
good.
do
That was
oh,
good.
good. Thanks, man. We're gonna.
Everybody
yeah,
knows it's better with $100 bill.
that's true. Yeah, you don't do that with $1 bills. Come on. I'm
Even
kidding.
Enzo knows that.
Looking at me like, come on, man.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, I've never tried cocaine, just so we know. No, it is directed by Elizabeth Banks, and you can still see it in theaters, or you're able to purchase it, rent it from all the places, Apple, Amazon, pretty much anywhere you get movies. So
Awesome.
This kid. Yeah. So yeah, Cocaine Bear, quite brand new movie.
Horror comedy.
Yeah, which I'm curious about because we did one horror comedy before, and you were like, I remember you told me before, you're like, I don't know, I have a harder time reviewing comedies, so I'm curious.
I
about
do.
this one.
So yeah, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. Thank you everybody for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being fans of Fun with Horror. And also, I guess I should say now, stay tuned to Friday. We have a very special bonus episode coming your way. Or is it Saturday? I don't have a calendar in front of me.
No, I think it's
Saturday.
Let me look. Hold on.
Saturday.
Is it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. There you go.
All right, yeah. So Saturday bonus episode. Episode after that, Cocaine Bear. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.